Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Adae Opoku Amoako, and welcome to the Brand Management Masterclass. I'm a physician by profession, but I'm also the founder of the Health, Education, and Entrepreneurship Development Foundation. Today I'm going to be discussing two main things with you that are in your course module today. And that will be leadership, as well as your investment in your brand and the returns and how you measure it. So let's talk about leadership. Now, you may have heard some people are born leaders, which I would disagree. I would talk about my own professional life as well as how I have brought it together with the HEAT Foundation, but also what really a leader is. Are leaders really born? Like I said, I disagree. People may be born with characteristics that are worthy of a leader, but that does not automatically make them a leader. And today, I want to share with you 5 main characteristics that I think a leader should possess. And I'm going to use the acronym CHURCH. CHURCH spelled C-H-I-R-C-H. C-H-I-R-C-H. And I'll take each of these, go over it with you, and how I have been able to use it, some of the characteristics in my life, and how it has helped me running my foundation, which is essentially my brand. The first letter is C, and that means commitment. And this is the first one because it is very important. You as a person have to be committed to your brand. You can't just let someone come in and feel like, okay, I'm going to depend on this person coming in to take over. You have to be committed. You have to be committed. I don't care what characteristics you have. If you are not committed to the success of your brand, it's going to fail. So first, you have to be committed. So a leader has to definitely be committed, and you have to be committed to your brand. The second letter, H, which is also very important, is honesty. Honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You also have to be honest with the people working with you. This is going to ensure the success of your brand. For example, if you know you do not have any money in your account, you are not going to budget for things that you know your business or your brand cannot afford. That is an internal honesty sometimes business people make a mistake of. So you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be honest with your employees or volunteers. In my case, the Health and Education and Entrepreneurship Foundation. The third letter is I. The I stands for 2 things actually. The first word goes hand in hand with honesty. You have to have integrity. You have to have integrity that is going to allow your business or your brand to survive. But most importantly, you also have to inspire the people that work underneath you. That is the second I, inspiration. You have to inspire your employees. You have to inspire your volunteers. So, going back to my profession, through medical school and some college, I held several leadership positions. I did not think it was because I was born a leader. It was more like I harnessed what I was born with. What do I mean by that? I'm a people's person. If you meet me, you realize I'm a casual, I try to be funny person. And I like to help people. And I like to see other individuals succeed. So when I ran for office in medical school, it was kind of easy for people to see who I was and then vote for me. Now think about it. If I wasn't committed to running for office, I could be the most loyal person, fun person, people-loving person, but I could have never held any position. So that is where you take the characteristics you are born with and you actually commit to doing something with it. It could be your brand, it could be somebody's work, but your brand, and I believe that is why you are here. Now, the next letter is very, very important, and that is the R. R stands for respect. You gotta command respect as a leader. You have to. That is how your employees are going to follow suit, or your volunteers are going to follow suit. I'll take you back to my training. When I was in residency, I believe, is the equivalence of housemanship and some other years that follow in Ghana. I was the chief resident. The chief resident is the resident who is like in charge of all the residents in my specialty at the hospital that I trained at. Why do I bring this up? A lot of people respected me because I respected myself, and I returned that respect to other people as well. I believe if I did not respect others and people did not respect me, I could not hold that position. Forward to 2017, with running the Heat Foundation, I realized that at some point I lost respect and I paid for it. What happened? You know, as an NGO or nonprofit, you are always looking for volunteers. So sometimes you have to humble yourself so that people will help you. But when you do it too much and you don't put any gap between you and your subordinates or people that are working for you, and you lose that respect, your brand is going to suffer. And that happened to me, where people are supposed to do some things for their foundation, but then they don't do it. That is a problem. The brand suffered. But once you realize that, you can always work on it. I don't want you to be like me, from a place where I commanded respect to a place because I needed the help. I lost that respect, which affected my brand. So please, command respect in whatever you are doing. If you are running a business, you are running an organization, please command respect. Not only that, but lastly, be a happy person. If you're a leader and you're always sad or you are not happy and your employees see you or your volunteers see you, believe me, there is a spiral effect to that. So these are 5 qualities I believe as leaders of your brand you should have. Do I have all of them? No. Do I have some? Yes. But the first thing that I talked about, commitment, is what really, I believe, makes a leader. You have to commit to the cause. Otherwise, the people behind you are not going to follow. The Heat Foundation is now successful after we changed a whole lot of things. And within the less than 2 years that we have been in existence, we are really known not only in Ghana, but also in the United States as well. But it took good leadership, or should I say great leadership, commitment, integrity, some honesty, respect, and overall happiness to make such an organization what it is within just a few months or less than 2 years of being in existence. The next thing I want to talk about is investment into your brand and then returns. And with that, I talk about two things. What are they? Yes, if you are starting your own business or you are starting an organization, you are going to have to invest some personal money into it. So money is the first one. The second one is time. You are going to have to invest some personal time into your brand. Otherwise, nobody is going to invest that time. And I'll tell you, running the Heed organization, I've had to invest both things, and I have had to invest it heavily. Actually, till now, till recently when we started getting donations, we've always run it with our personal money. And that, I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars. Everything that we have done, whether we are giving away medications, we are running health screenings, we are giving away school items, or sponsoring people to go to places, everything has come from our personal pocket. But it's not going to go in vain, and I'm going to share a few things with you. The other thing is time. I have personally invested a lot of my personal time into the foundation. We don't have enough time to go through it all, but those who know me and my relationship with the organization know that I do a lot of things myself, and not because I want to, because I could rather be working and making money, but I have to, because in the beginning of your brand, you want to set a standard so that people that come and work for you, they actually follow it. So if you just do it anyway in the beginning, that is what's going to follow. So I've invested personal time into preparing things, planning things, updating website, a whole lot of things, but it's paying off. You know why? Because when you ask for donations in the kind of thing I'm doing with the Heed Foundation, people want to know what you have done already, right? And what their money is going to be used for. So can you imagine if I did not put my own money into it? I would never get any money trying to get money from corporate or individuals. They want to see what you have done. So the money that I put in and what donors are seeing, now they are donating. So that is where the returns come in. And for me and the Heed Foundation, there are two main returns. Besides the donations, which is one, the number one return I'm getting is being able to touch more lives in Ghana, which is the main goal of the organization. We want to touch a lot of more lives, and we are seeing it already. But it's all because I invested time and money in the beginning stages. Nobody's saying you're going to do that forever, but you have to invest those things into your brand. Otherwise, your brand is not going to survive. The last thing I want to say is that some of you may have other backgrounds before going into something new. You have to find a way to bring your former background to what you want to do now so that it doesn't go to waste. And I'm going to go over something that I have done that really is helping. Actually, I told you earlier, I'm a physician. I train as a physician. I currently work in the emergency room. But I've been able to marry that with running the HEED Foundation. How do I do it? Well, one of the arms of HEED is health. So we do screenings, we give medications, we give health talks around the country. In the United States, we are involved with several fitness classes that I go, give lectures, and people exercise. And I'm a physician, so what does that mean? When people see that this is the person behind such an organization, it comes with some kind of credibility that helps in somebody wanting to be a part of your organization. I don't care what you used to do. You should be able to marry your former life with what you want to do now. It's all about marketing. It's all about marketing, and you can do it. Let me tell you one thing. Before I became a physician, I like playing the drums. I like playing the drums. And so when I got to my current job, they were forming a band, and guess what I did? I joined the band. And I'm able to network more just because I used to play the drum. I've met a lot of other physicians, some nurses, some techs, and I have networked more. And I talk to them about the HEED Foundation, and they all want to help. Some have even told me they want to go to Ghana with me to do some health screenings, to do some mission work. So think about it. I could have just well been a drummer, not a physician, and I'll be getting people to work with the HEED Foundation. So you just have to know how you can marry your former life or former job or training to what you want to do with your current brand. I'm going to take some questions live, and hopefully we will not have any technical difficulty. And I want to hear from you. If you want to check out the HEED Foundation, just look up theheedfoundation.org. If you want to be a volunteer, just send us a message on there on the Contact Us link, and we'll get back to you. It's a very flourishing organization, and our main goals are to help as many young people and some adults in Ghana as much as we can. I'm glad you stayed and you came for the Brand Management Masterclass. I hope I can answer all your questions, or you can just shoot me an email, which you can get from the course director. Thank you, and I hope to see you in live in the near future when I'm in Ghana.